Hey everyone, Ronak this side. I hope you all are doing well. So let's see the problem of the day. So the problem here is jump camp 7. So basically we have to jump in the array and we have to return to the, we have to reach to last index. So we have to just return true or false. Can we reach the last index within the given constraint? So the constraint given here is, first of all, we can jump to only index which contains value 0. So we can jump where? We can jump to sj if we can jump to index j if sj equal to string of j contains 0 only, and second, j must less than equal to maximum jump plus current and greater than equal to minimum jump plus current. Okay, so basically we are at uh, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So let's consider we are at index 2 and the minimum jump is 2 and maximum jump is 4. So we can go to any index, that is, here index is 2, so j can become minimum plus current is 2, minimum and is 2, so between 4 and maximum plus current, that is 4 plus 2. So j can, so we can jump to anything between 4 and 6, so that is 4 5 6 4 5 6. And another constraint is it should be 0 only, so 5 isn't 0, so we can't jump to 5, so we can only go to 4 and 6. Okay, so like that, and we have to return that. Can we, by following this constraint, can we return, can we reach to last index or not? So okay, so basically here we are using is, here we are gonna use is breadth for search. And how we gonna use it? So let's say, let's start from, we are at 0 index, so we can jump to either 2, current plus minimum, 3, 4, current plus maximum, between all these three. Okay, so can we jump to 2? It contains 0, yes. And can we, from 2, we can go to 2 plus 2, that is 4. 2 plus 4, that is, that is 6. And this gonna become 4, 5, 6. From 3, we can jump to 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. From 4, we can jump to, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. But is we already jumped to index 4? Yes. Can we jump to 5? No. Can we jump to 6? Yes. From 6 we can go to 8, 9, 10. Can we go to 5? No. We already visited 6. Can we go to 7? Yes. From 7 we can go to 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. And can we go to 8? Yes. From 8 we can go to 10, 11, 12. We already visited 6 and 7. Okay. We already visited 6 and 7. So the next thing we're gonna do is 8. Can we go to 11 and 12? From 8 we can go to 11 and 12. We can't go to 9 because it is 1. From 10 we can't go anywhere. From 9 again, we, from 10 again we can't go anywhere. From 11 again. So at last we reach at 12 index, so we simply gonna return true. Okay, we reached at last index, so we simply gonna return true. And how we gonna implement that, this beautiful breadth for search, is by simply using the queue data structure. And that's, so let's maintain our queue dot push. We're gonna push the first index, so basically we are standing at here, and we're gonna move to every index and check we can reach there or not. So for every index I on string s, what we're gonna do is, first we are going to check if s of string I, not, if it's not equal to 0, we're gonna continue. And the second thing we're gonna do is, if q is empty, we simply gonna return false. At any state, if q goes empty, we gonna return false. And start equal to front of q dot front. And from where we can go to index. So we have the starting index here. Let's, if q contains 0 1 2, so we have a starting index at 0, and we have to confirm that can we jump to ith index. Currently we are at 3, so can we jump to 0 to 3? So for now we have to check boolean can jump. So for jump, for to jump, we have to follow the constraint, and that is this one: start plus I should greater than equal to minimum jump, maximum jump. And if we can jump, we're gonna add that into queue. So we are going to queue dot push I mean what we are going to push as that index, and if any instance, I mean if we reach I equal to, if we reach I at last index, dot size -1, return true that we reach the last index. And another thing to remove that is while queue isn't empty and queue dot front plus max jump is greater than I. Okay, so in this case we're gonna pop out queue dot pop. So why we are basically doing this while loop is like, for I mean we have 0 1 2 3 4 5 and cube. Okay, and minimum jump is 2 and maximum jump is 3. So from 0 we can jump to 2 and 3, and we have index 4. We are never gonna go to, we are never going to reach index for 4 from 0, so we're gonna remove that 0. From 1 we are going to reach index 4. So I mean here is we are going to change the start by popping out this element. So that's why I implement the while loop here. So if you see the code, so basically this is the complete code. We are, first of all we have to push that, I mean push the first index on the string, and then iterate over the whole string. And if string equal to not equal to 0, we're gonna skip this all and continue. And if it's equal to 0, we're gonna pop out the element, front element, until we get a index that is actually reachable to I index, that can be actually reachable to I index. Okay, we are not confirming at yet that we can surely reach, but if we have, I mean exceeded the maximum jump by doing the max jump is also less than the I, we definitely not gonna reach to I. So till then we are doing pop out, and if at any moment it's gonna empty, we're gonna return false. And if I mean, so first pop out the first element, that is, I mean get the first element, don't pop out. So it's start from front and see if we can jump, if I is under the constant, that is minimum jump plus start and maximum jump plus start. So if we can jump, we can gonna simply push that index that we can jump. And if at any moment the I gonna reach to last index, we simply gonna return true. And if we didn't reach to last index, we simply gonna return false at last. Okay, so that's the whole code. So if we submit the code, okay, so here we got our code. So if you see the time complexity and space complexity of the code, so first you might gonna think that we are doing the, I mean we have the for loop, and inside for loop we have another while loop. So it may gonna lead to n square. But if you notice, the every element we are in, we are going to pop this element only once. You are not going to pop the index 2 twice or index 3 twice. Okay, so we are going to pop the index only once. So this is gonna at max run the, I mean this line gonna at max execute the n times. So basically the whole time complexity of this code, it's gonna become time complexity is gonna become big of n, and at max the queue can contain n element, so space complexity called can also gonna become big of n. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video, so please make sure to subscribe to Tensor. Till then, keep smiling, keep coding.